Hello everyone, welcome and thank you for joining this presentation. My name is Elizabeth and I will be your presenter today. I will share our presentation. In this session, I like to share our study entitled Waste Management Implication as a Determinant of Recycling Perception and Behavioral Intention. Basically, this research looked at how waste management doesn't just deal with trash, but also plays an important role in shaping how people think about recycling and how willing they are to actually do it. This research was carried out by a collaborative team. The team members are me, Elizabeth Trotro Shimomura, Chitra Reskiana, Nurul Juwaria, Skorina Duyantari, Dwi Widi Pratito Srinugroho, and Agus Ferianto. Together, we aim to provide a clear and more practical understanding of how better waste management can improve recycling perception and encourage sustainable behavior. Now, let's move on the introduction of this study. Indonesian national waste generation continues to increase, reaching 19.45 million tons in 2022. This condition indicates that waste management in Indonesia is still ineffective. The main contributing factor include low public understanding and participation, inadequate infrastructure, and suboptimal integration of the informal sector. This issue is further complicated by inconsistent findings in previous studies regarding the relationship between perception of recycling and behavior intention. Several studies that show significant influence of recycling perception on behavioral intention, such as those by Bouvier and Wagner, Orlin and Guan, and Simamura et al. However, other studies, including Wong et al., Mela et al., report not significant relationship between perception of recycling to behavior intention. To address the inconsistency, the study adopts the theory plain behavior, and then we have a theoretical framework that the first perception of recycling. Perception of recycling is defined as the public understanding, awareness, and evaluation of recycling as an effective solution for reducing waste volume and addressing environmental problems, particularly within the context of informal waste management system. And then implementation of waste management is defined as a systematic and policy-driven process of applying waste management practice that integrate formal and informal sector through government support, regulation, and institutional recognition. And then the other is behavioral intention. It's defined as the degree of individual motivation and willingness to actively engage in recycling behavior, reflected through additional efforts such as waste separation, reuse activities, and the allocation of time and financial resource. So, convenience of recycling refers to the extent to which recycling activities are perceived as simple, accessible, and free from practical and structural obstacles, including the availability of disposal facilities, transparency of informal recycling process, affordability of recycling, related costs, and adequate of information and guidance provided by authorities. So the last is attitude toward recycling is defined as an individual positive or negative evolution of recycling activities. based on belief about the environmental benefit of waste management, such as reducing environmental damage, promotion from proper waste disposal, preserving a ecological sustainability. So this is the discussion. Discussion, hypothesis testing, use SPSS, and the AMOS 22 structural equation model or STEM. So testing the mediation role, the implementation of waste management, construct as conduct the address this research gap, which is the primary objective of the study using the causal step method of Baran and Kenny 1986. The same result confirm that the data satisfy the assumption of normality, validity, and reliability, indicating that the measurement model approach for structural analysis. All indicators demonstrate adequate factor loadings supported by accepted AV value and high construct reliability, while discriminant validity confirms that each construct represents a distinct conceptual dimension. The full structural equation model in the is presented below. So figure 1 illustrates the structural relationship among the variable. The same result confirm that most of structural paths are significant, and perception of recycling significant influence implementation of waste management, which is in turn is a strong predictor of behavior intention. While implementation of waste management improve behavior, improve recycling convenience and attitude towards recycling directly affect behavior intention, confirm the mediating role of implementation of waste management between perception and behavior. Implementation of waste management improve recycling convenience and attitudes, but only attitudes significantly influence behavioral intention. So this comes from the mediating role of waste management implementation between recycling perception and behavior intention. The result for this study is recycling perception influence waste management implementation which strongly shape behavior, intention, and attitudes, while convenience has no direct effect. Mediating analysis confirm that effective waste management systems are essential in transforming perception into sustainability recycling behavior. That's all the presentation, and I say to thank you.